So today we're going to take a look at NRG versus Rise because NRG, the madman, did it. They picked Yoru and, well, how could I not make a video about someone picking Yoru? Bit of context is probably needed. NRG had literally nothing to play for. They'd already been eliminated, so, maybe they were doing it just as kind of, fun thing to do. But at the same time, they did pick a serious comp for their first map, so maybe they just think, on Haven, Yoru could be pretty good. And I will say, they did get value out of this Yoru. This was not like, oh, they just did it for fun and it didn't work. They found legitimate value and they stomped Rise in this game. And a bit more context, Rise needed to win this game. This was a must win for Rise, so big up for our NRG for, going for the Yoru and seeing if it could work. And so we're going to dive into how that Yoru worked right now. And it starts with the first pistol round. So NRG are on defense here. So we did get quite a bit more of the Yoru defending rather than attacking because they did kind of just stomp them. But what we're going to see is some aggression from NRG towards A. The Yoru actually begins to rotate, but then we're about to get some trades. And he's going to hold down the A site. So let's see how they manage that. So here we go. They are going to get aggressive here, but as you can see, they are running into quite the stack. We do get some trades here, little 2 for 2 there, but away we go now. As they're going to come in onto the site, and our friend Yoru is here. And I want you to think about what this Yoru is doing, because obviously with Yoru, it's quite an important thing. So what he's going to do is he's going to fake footsteps out this way and then flash the same way, and it's going to work. And I think the reason that it's going to work is because when you're coming up onto site like these players are, you're expecting fights, and also you're expecting that someone might swing this. This is an angle that you might swing, so you're going to shoot that first Yoru, which is what they do. So let's take a look at it, because of course it's pretty funny. So there we go, we get the Yoru, they shoot it, they get flashed, and they die. And Som is able to retreat as well, isolate another fight, and then they win the round. And I just thought that that was a good sort of first instance that, he sends out the fake, but even if the fake didn't work, he sends out the flash at the same time, and, gets a free kill. The Cypher, I think, who was with the Silver, had to retreat because he's flashed, so he's retreating back, gets a free kill, finds another one, and straight away, Yoru had got some value. And now let's come to round number 3. And this was Som's kind of general setup for Yoru. He's playing here on A. And he'd have his footsteps ready to, walk down here at any point. And he'd send his teleport all the way back here so that it end up in this corner, allowing for any fast rotate. So that was what he was doing. And he's going to use it on this round as we throw it forward. As Rise are going to begin to go towards Garage here. He is going to teleport when he, kind of realizes that Garage pressure is coming in. So here's our Yoru. He's going to eventually teleport over here when he begins, to know that, like, oh, the Sova and the KO have knifed and drone into Garage. So he teleports there, but he also sends out his fake footsteps, okay? So what he's doing there with the fake footsteps is, if anyone, is kind of hanging around in this area, they're still thinking that, oh, there's still presence here with the Yoru, even if, they aren't actually there. The idea is, to just give that disinformation, which is obviously what Yoru is meant to be good at. And this is their bonus round, don't forget. But now, look, they have 4 defenders already in that area, because of the fast Yoru teleport. So that has given the defenders a real advantage. And especially like on a bonus where you have Spectres, that is something that you really, really want. And you can see with some good utility usage as well there, with the darts, with the shock darts as well, they're able to win this round pretty easily as they just, are all there on the site straight away. And that allows them to win the round with these Spectres because they're in such a condensed area, all of those players. So now let's come to round number 9. And what we see in this round is we're going to get a plant on B from Rise here. Our Yoru has again, done all the usual stuff. The fake footsteps have gone on here. He's teleported across to get into this position nice and early, ready for this retake. So he's already in position and he has his ult. So let's see how this ult goes for them, because it's going to really help with this round. Now, he actually is going to miss Superman when he goes for this ult. But here we go. I think he's about to do it any second now. And with that ult, what's going to happen is, you can see he comes out here now. And I'm not sure he actually saw the person up top, but he's just going to clear everything else out. He's just going to be able to clear everything else, get a flash off at the same time, get that kill, and then they get, pretty thirsty for this last kill as they just decide to try and run it down. They flash themselves a bit there, and there you go. They get the kill in the end. But That Yoru ult, and there was another example of this as well, where it's just able to clear so much. There was another one where he ulted from the same position, a plant on B, and he's able to clear, you know, all of the B site, all of this close, and, you know, just start running and telling where his teammates are. And then obviously we saw there with the flash as well, and then coming out of it, that you know, the Cypher is just completely destroyed there. It's just, the Yoru ult is really quite strong, I think, at this level, because the information gain alone is worth a lot at the pro level, and the fact that then, you know, you can just flash people for free and there's no, like, literally nothing they can do about it because you can just bounce it right at their feet. That's really, really powerful at this level where, you know, the communication is good, and like, and I would be genuinely excited to see what more Yoru can do, particularly on the attacking side, with just, you know, ulting in onto a site and just going wild with it. And now let's come to round number 11. And the situation is this: we're going to get a plant on the C site here, but as you can see, we're already, you know, pretty close to where they're going. The Yoru is already here because of the teleport across straight away, that fast rotate. So they're already kind of, you know, close to position. They wait for the spike to go down, and they're ready to set up for this retake. So we get the gate crash in there, and you can see that they are playing a bit of a retake on this site because they have this alarm bot here. And the way that they use this alarm bot, by the way, is really, really cool, as we're about to see, because as we run this forward, Superman is going to run into that alarm bot, and as he does, we get the Yoru flash and a free kill, and then disappears back to the teleport away. And I just thought, well, that's super, super cool, right? And I think that there are little things like that that you could potentially do, you know, with like alarm bots. And I thought that was just a really cool instance of, you know, the alarm bot sort of gives you the right timing to flash, because you know someone's probably going to run away from the alarm bot, shoot it and run it away. And so, you know, you have a general idea of where they're going to be as well. So the flash through there and then the teleport away, I just thought was really, really cool. But now let's look at some Yoru on attack. And unfortunately, there weren't that many rounds. But this is one thing, the cool thing that I think you can do with Yoru. And so we're going to get this B push on the pistol round. And we're going to send the not fake teleport, but the teleport, the gate crash, out into this corner here. And what you'll often see with plants on B, and a lot of teams do this, is try and plant the spike here. And then the jet will dash out if it's a jet. Like, that's something that we've seen a lot. But obviously with Yoru, instead of a dash out, you can actually just teleport to a much safer location as well. And potentially, you know, have another one in tow as well. So that's exactly what we're going to get here, where Som, you know, runs in. He's going to get the spike down, and then he's just going to be able to teleport out. Not quite sure why Tex followed him in, but Tex is going to have to jump out. But as you can see, that is exactly what happened. And I think, again, you know, the Yoru is back here, that is something that, you know, Yoru could be used for. Is, you know, this is something we often see on this B site, where it's, you know, a fast plant, get the spike down, you know, get out into this area in general, and then just play a post plant. You know, that is something that we could see with this Yoru. And now this, I thought, was a really cool round, because this is round number 15, and I just want you to keep an eye on how many rotations the Yoru is able to drag across here, because this is pretty insane as we run this forward. So Som here is going to go down a long, and he's also going to send out his fake footsteps as well. And obviously what happens here is the Sova here on a site is probably hearing both the Sova, he might, you know, they might be hearing this KO stomping down here, the two Yorus here as well, means that, you know, these players are hearing a lot of footsteps, and they probably just think, oh, it must be a fast A with this many footsteps coming down here, but that's not what it's going to be at all. Now, here is something that I would have liked, and I think something that you could potentially do is with this, like, you know, you send like a couple teammates down here with the fake footsteps. Unfortunately, there was no Yoru gate crash like left back here. That would have been quite cool if he was, you know, able to just teleport back and then they run it down C. Instead, what's going to happen is he is just going to, you know, run all the way back towards this C like pretty early on, and they are just going to go and plant on the C site. So that's what we're about to see, and as I run this forward, you'll see what I mean. In fact, probably looking at the map is a better idea. But you can see how many rotations have been dragged in. Here's our Yoru just running all the way back. And look, they just believed it must be like a full A execute, because they hurt so many people. And then they keep this over in the KO here as kind of, you know, pressure tools in there, you know, to just continue to sell this fake. But then they, as you can see, begin to, you know, retreat as well. But by this time, it's too late. You know, it's too late for you. You know, we're already on C site. Like, what are you going to do? So it's already a bit of a problem, as and they clear the site and they get the site for essentially free. And yeah, it was just, I just thought that that kind of thing is really cool. And I think as well, you know, you could add into this, you know, like a teleport in here early on and, you know, really fake this pressure. And I thought it was just really cool. And again, there's potential there for even more Yoru, you know, mischief going on. And then to close out, let's watch a Yoru ult on a tech. So it's 12 to 4. This is going to be the last round. Unfortunately, you know, a few of the Rise players have already died, so it's not looking good for them. But we're going to get a Yoru ult anyway, and I think what happens in this Yoru ult is pretty cool. So they get that kill as well, but here goes Sam looking for the last couple players. And what he's going to do here is really quite cool. Derek's around this corner, and he actually tries to shoot it, but I think misses. He tries to shoot it, but misses, I think. But that was really cool, because obviously the sound comes out of him coming out of his ult. So Derek knows that the Yoru is pretty close. So of course he shoots that one there, because he just heard the Yoru must be close to him, and so he's expecting a fight right there. So I thought that this fake was really, really good, and he does get the kill anyway. But I thought that that was really good, as he, you know, kind of doesn't expect the Cypher to be there, but again, the flash gets him. And I just thought, yeah, that this was just, again, just a really cool use of the Yoru ult, and something that you might want to think about as well, is sending the fake Yoru out just before, you know, you get out of your ult, because they will hear the noise and so might expect you, you know, to be running around that corner next time, and I think that'll be an effective use of it as well. Thought that was really cool, and on the whole, I'm just looking forward to seeing more Yoru in pro play, and I hope that more teams do lean into it.